morning. We're here at Granite Basin, about to run up Granite Mountain. You can see back there. Here's the lake at the bottom. It's about a little after 8 o'clock. Doing this as a part of what's called the Prescott Triple Crown, which is a little challenge that some of the trail running community out here created. So we're gonna hit up Granite Mountain, Butte, and then Spruce Mountain. So this is the first of the 3 spots we're hitting. This one's gonna be the longest with the most climb. So we're getting it out of the way first. I want to say a little under 2,000 feet, or right around 2,000 feet of climb. 4 miles out and back, so 8 miles total to get to the top of Granite and back down here to the basin where the parking lot is. So I just wanted to show the basin because you can see it when you're at the top. You can see a lot when you're at the top. It's actually one of the best views here in Prescott. So that'll be cool to compare the footage from the bottom to the top. So just getting started here, just getting warmed up. Started at 8:10. I'm expecting this whole challenge to take 4.5, 5 hours, give or take, including driving time, to get to the 2 other spots. But this is one of my favorite trails here in Prescott, is this Granite Mountain summit. So at about 2 miles, it forks off. A lot of people will just take those 2 miles, turn around, and do a 4 mile out and back, but I'll show you when we get there. But you can either, there's a gate, you can keep going straight. You can loop that around to what's called Little Granite Mountain, or you take a right, which is actually the trail up to the summit, and that's when it gets really gnarly. From there it's about a mile to the, what do you call, false summit. I can't think of the word for it. And that's probably the roughest stretch. The saddle, that's the word I'm looking for. And then another mile from the saddle to the actual summit. So the first 2 miles of this are pretty gradual. And then, like I said, it gets pretty gnarly from there on out. So that's what we're doing. I want to try to keep a steady pace for these first couple of miles, and I'll check in when we get to that gate. So see you then. So we're approaching the gate. So if you go straight here, you can loop this trail 39, that'll hit 37, which is Little Granite Mountain. We're gonna take this way to the right, this will lead up to the summit there. So as you can see, we still got a good amount of climbing to go. But that trail is really, really, really pretty. You can kind of see, well, I don't know how well you can see in the camera, but the views you get over there are just wide open. You can just see Williamson Valley, Skull Valley, that whole area. It's beautiful. It's a brutal trail. It's really hard, especially to run. But there's a trailhead for it off of Iron Springs Road. See there, you can kind of see it, how open it is. And you can park at that trailhead, take the full loop. It's about 9 miles, or you can combine it with doing the summit for about 13 miles and quite a bit of climb. So that's a good one, but we're just sticking with the regular Granite Mountain summit for today. So right there is the saddle, where it looks like a saddle. So we're hitting that first. There's a good lookout there where you can see Chino and parts of PV, Prescott Valley. And then we'll keep going up to the actual summit, and that's where the really good views are. But this trail, from the gate to the saddle, I mean, it gets crazier than this. This isn't even that bad yet, but it's very rocky, a little technical in some spots, but I usually power hike this section. I'm not a strong enough runner to run up terrain like this. Some people can, some of my buddies can. I think they're all crazy. So I'll just be power hiking here for a little bit, enjoying these views, and we'll check in at the saddle. So we're just making our way up to the saddle. I think we're almost there, but in view to the left, or it's all wide open, you can see a train passing through. I don't know if you can see it. Probably this looks like a big white line, but that is it's really cool. I believe that's Skull Valley over back that way. I know there's a railroad that runs through there, but that's pretty cool to see from all the way up here. So we've reached the saddle. The summit's going to continue that way, but there's just a short little trail that continues just straight ahead. We'll just check the view out real quick and then keep moving. This is a really cool spot. So to the left is Chino, to the right is Prescott Valley. Way off in the back you can see San Francisco Peaks, all the way in Flag, about 90 miles away. It's a little hazy out. On a clear day they stand out a little bit more than what they are now, but just a beautiful, beautiful view. Yeah, you can make out, well, I can, I don't know if the camera can. There's two mesas kind of right straight ahead where I'm pointing at. There's a cell tower on top of the left one. Right there, that's Chino Valley. If you keep going this way, that gets out into Paulden and way out there. That's the way to get to Grand Canyon. Keep following that, hit the 40 until it runs into 67. From Chino, it's about an hour and a half drive. And I'm just feel so fortunate to live so close to it. But not only that, getting to live here with beauty like this, Granite Mountain, just beauty everywhere here. It's awesome. It's pretty windy, which it usually is up here, which makes it kind of chilly, but at the same time, the sunshine feels really good. So I'm like at a kind of weird mix of warm and cold, but I get cold really easily. But anyway, we're going to finish the rest of this climb. It's about 9/10 of a mile from the saddle to the summit, so a little bit more to climb, and we'll see you at the top. Getting pretty close to the top now. So we made it to the top of Granite. As you can see, you can still go up a little bit to those rocks. There's not an official trail that goes up there, so you can just kind of boulder your way to the top. But this is where the actual trail stops. So hopefully you can see there's Granite Basin where we started. My truck's parked down there, and it's just such an awesome view from up here. If you see straight ahead, if you can make it out through the rest of the hills, that's Butte. So there's kind of a hill that I'm pointing at. You can see like little switchback dirt roads that climb it. Right behind there, there's a big rock coming up. That's Butte, so that's where we're going next. And then Spruce Mountain is behind there somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but there's Granite Basin, and there's Prescott, kind of through where this little tree branch is. So I can make out Glassford Hill. You can see the Black Hills behind there as they shadow over PV. The sun's hitting it kind of weird. You can usually make out Willow Lake, Watson Lake, and the Dells from up here. I'm having a hard time spotting it right now, but they are back there somewhere. So that was about, what am I at? That was 1,600 feet of climb. That's actually less than I thought it was. I thought it was closer to 2,000. But I wonder, once we hit some of the rolling hills going down, if that'll be increased. Because I'm pretty sure it's right around 2,000 feet for this. But 4.05 miles. So we're looking at, 8.1 round trip. And I'm at 1 hour and 13 minutes right now, which isn't too bad. The climb up felt pretty good. I don't know if it's because I did rim last week and I still have that hellish climb up South Kaibab fresh in my mind, but that climb seemed a lot easier than all the other times I've done it. So I got my pictures. Just one more. This is a better view. Yeah, I can make out the Dells a lot better from here. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So now, the fun part, we get to run down the mountain. It's my favorite part of the trail, coming up here. So winds around this bend. A little exposed on the left, but look at that view. It's awesome. Making our way back down to the saddle here. A couple of switchbacks and then we'll be back to the saddle, but there was a pretty serious fire that ripped through here maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I'm not sure exactly. It was before I got here. I've only been living here for about 2.5 years, but you can really see the damage it did in this area. Just with all the charred trees. I mean, look at that one. Still looks like it's fresh almost. But I just think it's interesting to look at. And thankfully they stopped the fire before it climbed over the hill, because that could have been pretty disastrous for our little town of Prescott, from what I understand. So one more look at this view, and then I'm gonna bomb the rest of this hill. So we made it back in the truck. That was 8.01. I actually ran like 0.05 in the parking lot because I got back and it was 7:95. So I had to hit 8. That was 1 hour, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. So sub 2 by a second, which is awesome. 1722 total feet of climb. So still a little bit, I thought it was closer to 2,000, but I guess I was wrong. So that's not too bad. And now we are driving out of the Granite Basin area on our way to Butte. That was about 2 hours and 5 minutes overall time. So I started at 8:10 and we're at 10:15 right now. So not bad so far. Butte's a little bit shorter. I think it's just 2 miles, mile up, mile down, like maybe 650 feet of climb or so. I've never actually ran that trail. I've hiked it a bunch, but it should be pretty runnable. The downhill, I'm gonna take it counterclockwise, and so the downhill is gonna be all paved asphalt. So I should be able to go pretty fast on that. So we'll see you at Butte. We're at Butte. It's quite crowded here, but this is a short little trail. This is one of the more popular trails here in Prescott. 6514 it tops out at, and that's where we're going. Top here of Butte, overlooking Prescott. That's actually Butte right there. The trail that goes to the top is closed for breeding. So this is where the trail ends for the purpose of this challenge. But this just has such a great overlook of Prescott. There's a really cool tower looking house kind of right in front of me. I've worked on some of the houses in this neighborhood. They're just beautiful. But you can see Glassford, Black Hills, Mingus, San Francisco Peaks. I can vaguely make out Verde Valley, well, some of the rock over there beyond Prescott Valley, and it's just so pretty up here. Spruce, we're going to be heading somewhere over here next, but for now we're going to keep moving. So 2 out of 3 done. This is the shortest and quickest one. Spruce will be more mountainy and like less rocky than all this, but it's all pretty gradual until the last half mile. So I'm hoping to make it down here pretty quickly, because like I said, I did this counterclockwise, so the downhill is going to be all paved asphalt, and I'm only like 18 miles in, so I should be able to make it back hopefully in under a half an hour, but we'll see. Good old Butte. This is a staple of Prescott. You can see it really clearly at the courthouse downtown. Morning. And yeah, this trail's one of the more populated ones here, but still not too crowded compared to most trails down in the valley. So Anyway, we'll see you either back at the car or when we get to Spruce Mountain. Just making our way down. I thought I'd get some footage. This nice paved downhill. The nice views that we still have. It's pretty much all switchbacks like this until we get back to the parking lot. And there's Granite, where we just were, so that's pretty cool. So back here in the truck, it was 205 miles, 2.05, 29 minutes, 27 seconds, and 640 feet of climb. So that puts us at 10 miles for the day with about 2,300 to 2,400 or so feet of climb. This is fun. This is like real life speed running. Any percent world record. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But now we're headed to Spruce Mountain for the final part of this Triple Crown challenge. That trail, I think it's trail 307 is the number of it. That's a really popular loop with trail runners in this area just because a lot of it's so runnable and it's really pretty. The loop is about 9 miles, but for the purposes of this challenge, we just have to go to the fire tower, which is a 7-mile out and back. So that's what we'll be doing. I've done that in 1 hour and 19 minutes. It's about 7 miles. That's my personal best. And about 3 hours into this, it's probably a 10-minute or so drive. So I could be right at around 4.5 hours, which would be cool. But that'll take some tough running up the mountain. I bet it'll be closer to 5, to be honest with you. I was hoping for 4.5 because my buddy did this Triple Crown challenge in 4 hours, 31 minutes. So I was kind of using his time as a benchmark. So mine will probably be 4.5 to 5 when it's all said and done, which includes driving time. But I feel pretty good so far. I feel like I've given 2 pretty good efforts up Granite and up Thumb Butte. So I have no complaints about, about my effort. I'm not as strong of an uphill runner as I need to be. That's definitely my downfall. And I used to make up for it just by crushing the downhills, which I've been running the downhills pretty aggressively today. But since I rolled my ankle, it's not quite there. I'm sure it will be eventually. Like, my ankle feels fine. It's not like I'm still injured, but I'm just I'm not as comfortable just bombing hills as I was pre-injury. So I guess maybe that's the excuse I need to finally get better at running up hills, since my advantage of being a strong downhill runner is now gone. But not that it matters. I don't care about being fast or anything. I enjoy being out on the trails, and I hope that comes through in these videos. I really do love it out here. And I wanted to kind of showcase some of the beauty we have here in Prescott. A lot of my videos, I'm driving to various places, Grand Canyon, Sedona, kind of these ultra adventure races. But we have a lot of beauty here in Prescott too. We have over 500 miles of trails in this area. And it's just very green. It's cool. Like, we have lakes, we have forests, you know, we have more exposed rocky parts, you know, it's like Granite Mountain, Mingus Mountain, which is in between Prescott Valley and Cottonwood, is one of my favorite areas. And we're close to everything. I mean, I can be at the top of a mountain in half an hour, and I can be in the Sonoran Desert in 45 minutes. So it's a really good location to be if you like the outdoors. If you like trail running, you know, it's a really good spot. And it's not crowded either, and I hope that it stays that way. You know, the area is growing quite a bit. Even in the 2.5 years that I've been here, it's seen a lot of growth. You know, a lot of Californians are retiring and cashing out and moving here. And even a lot of people from Phoenix are moving up here now too. But it's a good size right now. I wouldn't want it to get any bigger than what it is, even though I know it's gonna keep growing. But it's nice because there's just so many trails that you can get on and just not see anybody else. You know, it's not like the trails in the valley where you're just constantly dodging people. Most of the trails here are pretty isolated, which is awesome. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling, so we're going to make the drive up Senator Highway, and we'll see you at Spruce Mountain. So we've made it to Spruce Mountain, so we're going to follow this way up until we hit the lookout picnic area. That's where the fire tower is, and that'll be the last part of this challenge. So we are going to go clockwise up 307, and it's about 3.5 miles up, 3.5 miles down. I forget the exact amount of climb, but let me guess around 1,200, maybe 1,400, give or take. So we will see you at the top. So I'm a little over 2 miles in, so another mile and change to reach the fire tower. Just wanted to take this video real quick, just for anyone who thinks that Arizona is nothing but desert and just barren wasteland. Nope. These are beautiful ponderosa pines that I'm running through. Very green. Very, very green. Blue skies, perfect weather, just beautiful. So, Arizona is quite diverse, contrary to what some people think. And I'm lucky enough to live in such a centralized location that I'm kind of close to all of this. So, it's just awesome. Just awesome. So we made it to the fire tower as a huge gust of wind comes by. This is open during the summer months, but I don't think there's anyone up there right now. But the views up here are just awesome. And there's actually somewhat of a secret spot right where that rock is that I'm going to go to here in a second. But 3.5 miles. The last 1.5 miles or so is more of a power hike. So I'm at 59 minutes, 1,325 feet of climbing. So I was pretty close. What did I say? 12 to 1,400. So it's pretty much right on, actually. There's a good sized desert iguana. I saw a bunch of them on Granite Mountain, and then I saw a couple of horny toads on Granite Mountain as well. It was pretty cool. So if you're up here, there's the fire tower. kind of go through this brushy area. And I hope no one's back here. Doesn't look like it. This is the secret spot. This is the cool spot. There we go. This is awesome. So there's Granite Mountain. Straight ahead. I'm trying to find Butte. Can't find it. But you can see Goldwater Lake right where I'm pointing. There's Lynx Lake. Glassford Hill. Prescott Valley. I can see Watson Lake off in the distance. Black Hills, Mingus. San Francisco peaks are behind there. I can make out the Red Rock very faintly. It's a little hazy today. It's so beautiful up here. I'm gonna go with the backwards hat. It's so windy right now. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose this. So this is awesome. Come on, wind. It's trying to blow me off this rock. So again, for those of you that think that Arizona has no green to it, I mean, look at what we just ran through. If you ask me. For a minute. I'm gonna get some phone pictures and then I'm gonna run back down to the truck. That'll complete the Triple Crown here. It's awesome. Made it back to the truck. Unofficial finish line here of this little challenge. Adjust this. That was 7:04, hour and 40 minutes, 1,417 feet of climb overall. So, not too bad. We're gonna finish. And there you have it. So, overall, what did that put us at? Like 36 or 3,700 feet of climb, I think. Around 17 miles. So that was it. Prescott Triple Crown complete. Now I can recover a little bit and go home and relax for the rest of the day. That was a fun challenge. It was kind of cool, just like driving from place to place to place and mixing that in with the running. I think the hardest part was kind of getting yourself to start again after sitting in the truck for a little bit. But that's ultra running. You know, you got to be able to run on tired legs. You know, some of the best training you can do to get ready for an ultra is to do back-to-back long runs. You know, or do two-a-days. Run in the morning, run in the evening. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. My times were right around where I was expecting. I wanted to go sub 2 on Granite, which I did. Sub 30 on Butte, which I did. I thought I'd go sub 130 here on Spruce Mountain, but that was a little bit longer. Right at an hour and 40 minutes, which still isn't too bad, considering that was at the end of a couple of runs there. So my overall time, I think I touched the truck at 123. It's 127 right now. So that put me at 5 hours and 13 minutes overall. So right around that 5-hour mark that I thought I'd be at. My buddy's time of 4:31 is definitely safe because there's no way I can beat that. But I think I feel pretty good with that. I feel like he gave a good effort on all 3 runs. And so I'll gladly take a time of 5:13 overall. I think that's pretty solid for what I can do. So yeah, that was about it. Hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing some of the beauty we have here in Prescott, Arizona. Because like I said, I know I drive a lot when I do my videos. You know, Sedona, Superstition Mountains, Grand Canyon, Zion. Which all these places are awesome, and like I said, I'm lucky enough to live relatively close to all of them, but Prescott has a lot of beauty too. And I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the ride. So I want to sign off. If you watched, thanks for watching. My next video will probably be the Bryce Canyon 50 miler in 2 weeks. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're going to be at Bryce, like I said, say hi to me. And look forward to maybe meeting some more of you like I did at Zion. So signing off. Have a good one, guys. See you on the next adventure.